Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. What's that? You're selling your XRP now? Oh, okay. Have fun being poor. Look, the market's green. As I record this, I'm going to share with you opinions from several analysts in this latest Moon Lambo hot jam, including one who has indicated with a high level of confidence that we are about to see the next leg up in XRP price action. So I wanted to talk about that. And look, I'm having a little fun with the way I'm wording this as far as have fun being poor. Look, there are exemptions from this. For instance, maybe something terrible happens in life that's unexpected. You need money now. You gotta sell your XRP. You really don't want to. Okay, that happens too. Or what about somebody that bought their XRP at, I don't know, half a penny, whatever. I'm just making something up. And right now, they have determined that with where it is right now, it's just, it no longer, and all the other factors in their life, it just doesn't make sense to have this risk exposure. They can just check out right now, and then they can sleep easy at night. There's no question about the future at that point. I get it. And so even if a person thinks XRP can go much higher, there are other factors, and sophisticated adults should recognize this. It's not all about, do I think it's going to go higher? It's about how much risk exposure am I willing to take on? What about all the other financial aspects of my life? And so there can be instances where it makes sense to sell right now. More so, the reason that I was wording it the fun way that I did, as far as have fun being poor, is because there are people that don't know what the hell they're doing, getting in and out of positions, selling XRP right now. And for some of these people, I suspect that by the time this market cycle is complete and we see how high XRP goes, there's going to be a fair bit of regret. That's what I'm getting at. Now, I do want to be clear, I don't have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos all up on the internet, but just as a fun hobby, damn it. And if you don't like it, well, you can just get out. Now, as I record this, XRP is at $1.25, which, by the way, is the highest it's been within the last 24 hours. It had a 24-hour low of $1.17. Not looking too shabby, huh? You've got Bitcoin at $49,624. So again, knocking on 50,000's door. And the market cap for the asset class, the highest it's been in a long time. I didn't even go back and check before recording the video. Definitely the highest it's been in the last 30 days. It's at $2.25 trillion. So I can't remember exactly what the all-time high was a little bit earlier this year. I do remember seeing it at 2.5 trillion. So however I got, it's not much higher than this. Exciting things yet to come. Bitcoin dominance down to 41.3%. Now, mind you, Bitcoin price is climbing as the dominance of it is going down. That's because altcoins currently are outpacing Bitcoin. There are a handful of cryptocurrencies that people have been talking about. The FOMO's already in for those. Like, it's legitimately there. Some of them I've talked about. Recently, there's been, I can't remember off the top of my head, but obviously Solana and Luna are a couple of the more popular ones that we've been talking about here. Even Cardano, by the way, it broke $3. Like, that's insane. It's awesome. And I happen to hold some Cardano. So happy to see it. But like all of these coins that are going up in price, people see that, they know nothing about the project, they know nothing about the coin, but they have the fear of not being in something that's hot right now, and so the money pours in. This happens with every single cryptocurrency as money cycles through the world of crypto. It just does. That's exactly what's happened in the previous two market cycles. It's not about, for most people, not about fundamentals, even though I care about fundamentals. For most people, like the markets, it's pretty clear they don't. It's just stupid money poured into stuff and stuff cycles, which is why I keep saying, setting your traps, planting your money in something before it cycles into that. Like, to me, that's always made way more sense, which is why I dollar cost averaged into XRP and bought a bunch of other cryptos over a span of many years during the bear market while people weren't paying attention. And now it's worth substantially more than when I purchased it. This is not rocket science, but like these people, as you'll see, and I'm going to highlight this as we go through. Like, chart analysts any chart analyst worth their salt, they know that's a horrendous idea. But that's why you listening to this, you can have a leg up on the competition. And I'm not telling you to buy or sell or hold anything. I'm just saying, if you're aware of how humans behave, you are way ahead. You are light years ahead, my friend. Crypto Fear and Greed Index at 74 out of 100, indicating that the market is in greed. Well, go figure. Price go up, fear decrease, greed increase. Yup. And it's so funny how it doesn't take that much to see this change. That's just, it's like the smallest bit to the downside, that like even just a little bit. Even if you compare like just like a year ago, how high? Because that's not that long ago. A year ago, how much higher crypto is compared to a year ago, and still there are people right now that they're looking at the short term. Oh my gosh, the price is lower than yesterday and 1 week ago, and they get panicky and they actually sell. Humans are behaving like this. It's absurd, but it's useful to know that. It's very useful to know that because you're a human and you can feel those things. I've felt those things. I'm just saying, like for me, I'm like I don't feel them anymore because I don't have emotions because I decided they're stupid, so I just don't have them anymore. But I used to. But even when I did, I was able to prevent myself from emotionally selling stuff like my XRP. It's just the way this works. Now, as far as Bitcoin, which leads the market, take a look at this, and Ethereum. Credible Crypto wrote the following earlier today. Bitcoin looks like it wants to follow Ethereum and head to $52,000 to $60,000. It's just a matter of time. Like the final leg is coming. It's like to all the bears that said that Moonland, but when are you going to admit that we're in a bear market? Well, my answer is as soon as we're in a bear market. But my question back would be, hey, bears that don't know what you're talking about, when are you going to admit to me that we're in a bull market? You know, this is what some people, there's a small percentage of people watch my videos, not many, but some people just weren't getting it. And when Bitcoin is down to $29,000, they thought that was the time to sell. And I'm like, okay, good luck. Good luck, guys. You're going to need it. And then somebody responded to Credible Crypto there and wrote, thoughts on Litecoin, please. Do you still think $1,000 is on the cards? Is on cards. He means in the cards with him. Then said, it's been very disappointing to hold. And Credible Crypto simply responded, I do. And so I wanted to read that. I wanted to highlight that because this is more about human behavior. And the reason I keep talking about human behavior in videos where I talk about price is because it's the biggest hurdle to accumulating health investing in general. You know, you feel something and then you want to do something. But if you just understand that it's a bunch of nonsense that the humans are doing, you could just sit on the sidelines and be like, yeah, idiots, go ahead and do it. Like, to me, that's because the data says that's how you become successful in investing in the stock market. And data would show us that over the last 12 years, the crypto markets keep trending up despite massive 80 or 90% pullbacks at times. Yeah, so it's just being aware of this stuff is highly useful. But whatever cryptocurrency you're in, you're going to feel like it's disappointing until eventually one day it's not. And so that's why it's also worth recognizing there are over 10,000 cryptocurrencies on the entire planet, and you don't own most of them. You own a very small percentage of them. That's my bet. I don't know who you are, but I'm just saying you probably own a very small percentage out of the 10,000 in existence. So as you see, so if the whole market's going to go up. All of them are going to go parabolic, let's say, or even just the vast majority. Well, as you see that being talked about on social media, you see all the headlines in mainstream media, you're going to feel like you're missing out. That's what most humans are going to feel, but it's silly. Of course you see all this other stuff popping off because you can't own everything. That's not realistic for pretty much any human on the planet. But it doesn't matter. And so here's somebody holding Litecoin. And I see people saying the same thing about XRP. That's why I'm highlighting this human behavior. This is normal human behavior. It's not to make fun of this person. This is useful to observe humans in their natural habitat, which is Twitter, apparently. But the price of Litecoin right now, as I record this, is, and I hold Litecoin, by the way. I think it's kind of stupid, but I own it. It's on the screen. It has to be on the screen right now. Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah, number 16 in market cap. It's at $182. And so it hasn't done much yet. That's the opinion of this individual. But Credible Crypto says, yeah, he thinks $1,000 is market cycle in the cards. But again, you're going to feel like this about any crypto you hold. You're always going to feel like you're missing out. And so I'm not telling you to buy or sell or hold. You do whatever you want. I'm just telling you, if you're a normal human, you don't own most cryptocurrencies, and you're going to see news and social media content about everything going up, and it's all this stuff that you don't own. And then this is when people rush in. This is why people are running into Cardano today. This is why people are rushing into Solana and Luna. And it's the reason that people are going to flood into XRP when it's worth way more than it is today. Not as many people want it now. It's only a little over $1. My gosh, where's the frenzy, right? When it's like $10 though, or 20, or if, I don't know if it's going to get there this market cycle or ever for sure. Like I'm not pretending to know for sure, but I'm just saying if it gets up to those levels, yes, that's like the higher it gets, the more desirable, because it's wrong the way of looking at it, but it's validation. Oh yes, XRP, man, it's probably going to keep going up like this forever, but nothing does. And then there was this also. Somebody named Spunky responded to Credible Crypto and wrote, greetings. Based on your last video on XRP, Will this surge be the propeller that pushes XRP to at least $1.50 minimum take profit zone, while things might process to the $2 level if no major plummeting follows in your short position? And the Incredible Crypto simply responded, correct. And this is something that he shared publicly, and I've talked about before too. Like this is in the cards in the relatively short term. Like it's coming. Like it just is. The whole market's moving up. This is my firm position here. Not that I literally know this for sure, but this is what seems probable to me. XRP, of course, getting back. What, you think it's never going to get to $1.50 ever again? Do you think it's never going to be at $2 ever again for the rest of the history of mankind? It's never going to hit its all-time high of almost $4. It's never going to enter price discovery. Just every other crypto is going to, right? See, people were saying that crap about XRP last market cycle, and then from bottom to the top, it increased by like 80,000% literally. Just about. Maybe it was like 78,000% from the bottom to the top of the cycle. That's insane. It ended up being the best performing crypto asset for all of 2017. And it wasn't until it was. It happened over a span of a couple weeks towards the end of 2017. It wasn't on people's radar, but then when it goes, it goes. And then when that happens, people just want to pile in. I'm here for that. I'm here for the volatility. I'm here for the bubble inflating. And to me, it just seems like an absolute inevitability, even though I don't know exactly when it's going to happen. I am counting on humans continuing to behave like humans. It's not like the DNA, that the code that is them is suddenly going to change. Like, humans are going to keep acting like this. It's so worth knowing that. And then there was this. Let's talk about what might happen when we get legal clarity surrounding XRP in the SEC versus Ripple case. Incredible Crypto commented on this. And he wrote, I am no lawyer, but I simply can't imagine this case going to trial unless Ripple wants to take it there. The odds seem stacked against the SEC at this time, and a loss at trial would set precedents that could hinder future enforcement actions by the SEC against smaller fish. Look, I'll not be surprised in the least if we see settlement instead of seeing this thing go to trial. You don't know for sure. I mean, we'll probably not know for sure anyway until discovery is complete. But yeah, that sounds plausible. And so somebody named Dan responded and wrote, if you had to speculate, where do you think the price goes when we find out the suit has been settled? And Credible Crypto simply wrote, past all-time high and quickly. And so that seems like, so it depends. Well, technically, okay, you could run to all-time high before we have clarity. That actually is in the cards potentially. But let's say it hasn't happened. XRP hasn't hit all-time high yet. Seems really plausible to me. What do you think? Oh, the great news comes out and then the price dips? No. Look at how the world reacted when the scary news hit in December. Well, what do you think's going to happen when the opposite occurs? You know, look what happened with Kick Interactive's Kin token when it got legal clarity in October of last year. It increased like thousands of % over a relatively short period of time. It did. And so XRP is that much more well known. It's on that many more exchanges, that much more liquid. It'll have that much greater of a, like, I don't know, I guess coverage within media. So all of these things are rather substantial. What do you think's going to happen? So I don't pretend to know exactly where it's going to go to, but my gosh, I think it could start to make faces a little melty. That would be my guess. Here's a tweet from 360 Trader. Bitcoin just erased your 6-day pullback, and here's the chart that he shared. So on the way down, oh my gosh, even here, this short-term price action, it's like this scared people, probably mostly new people that are new to the market. This scared people. And what do you know? It went up further. It's like whenever you buy something, it's worth assuming, and it will almost always be the case, that what you bought is going to be worth less than when you purchased it, because you're not buying the market bottom like ever. That happens to almost 0% of humans. Substantially less than 1% of humans will ever buy the market, and the ones that do, it's a very small number of them, and it's a fluke. Almost 100% of humans, like maybe it's 99.9%, I'd guess it's somewhere thereabout, you're not buying the bottom. So you just got to assume, and that's why like having these short-term mindsets, you get wrecked, and then looking at the price every day. Oh my God, it is not. Is that God? I keep going. No. Like, how do you sleep at night? You've got to be aware of this. And then 360 Trader also wrote, and this is just from like a couple hours ago. Shorts get wrecked. Yeah, indeed, they do. Like, are you serious? Like, you're going to be playing it short in a bull market? Okay, have fun being poor. And then 360 Trader wrote this, and this rings so true. This really resonates with me. This is also from just several hours ago today. Those who were waiting for lower prices will be the ones taking us to higher highs. Exactly. While there's a small percentage of people screaming at me in my comment section and a little bit on Twitter, Moon Lambo, when will you admit we're in a bear market? I was saying these are the people that are selling, expecting to buy in lower, that will end up buying in higher. This is how it works. Emotions, folks, emotions. Il Capo, another chart analyst here, seems to agree. He's writing about Bitcoin here specifically, but he wrote, those who hold at $30,000 are buying everything here. This is not a spot you want to enter the market or increase exposure. Yeah, and so in terms of Bitcoin, well, I'm not think I'm going to buy any Bitcoin at these levels. Hell no. I won't be buying Bitcoin until after it tanks, once it's in a bear market. I ain't going to touch it until then. And I hold Bitcoin. I'm long Bitcoin. I'm for it, okay? Despite my critiques, which I've made very well known on this channel. But look, the stuff that's going up, that's why I was highlighting it. Like, these chart analysts get what I'm telling you. They do get it. They articulate it very well and very frequently. It's this idea of buying in here at these levels, not so much. Now, it doesn't mean that there's no opportunity today, especially for people new to crypto. I mean, yes, just be aware. In all likelihood, you're jumping in towards the tail end of the market cycle. But most cryptocurrencies haven't gone parabolic yet, which is good for anybody that is jumping in now if they're so choosing. Because the greatest fireworks happen at the very tail end of the market cycle. You can think about how XRP went from 20-something cents to almost $4 in a span of about 2.5 weeks. That's just one example. You know, here's another one, Bitcoin. It went from $10,000 last market cycle to its then all-time high of about $20,000 in several weeks. And so it's just, there was like some serious big movers in the month of December of 2017 when this was all going down. And I think you'll see that again. So it's not to say that there's nothing to buy right now. I'm just saying that if you are, just be careful, do whatever you want. I'm not telling you buy or sell or hold, but if you are chasing things that have already pumped, have fun being poor. Okay, again, I'm having a little fun with that. Do whatever you want. I'm just saying history tells us, and I think data sufficiently illustrates this, that if you're buying something that has already pumped, either there's not much opportunity, or you're buying so close to the top that when it goes down, even if you're strong enough to emotionally to try and hold through it, it may be too late until the next market cycle. And then in the next market cycle, you got to ask yourself, are fundamentals going to matter? And if fundamentals matter, is money going to flow into what the hell you just bought if it doesn't have any utility? And that's where it gets more dangerous. And so I don't think humans are going to sufficiently put money into just cryptos that are heavy on utility until after this market cycle breaks down and we enter a bear market. That would be the soonest. And even then, I don't know if we're going to have to go another market cycle after that. I do not know. I have like 0% understanding of how long that's going to take. But it seems pretty damn clear it's not happening now. Humans are just, again, being ridiculous, irrational, putting their money in everything, which makes me feel safe that everything's going to go up. Like, that makes me feel good that they're acting that stupid. That's what I'm saying here. Anyway, that's just the way that I'm looking at it. Michael Vandepop, another popular chart analyst, said, seems to me that the potential bearish divergence wouldn't be any concern. Some more consolidation for Bitcoin and on the road to $60,000. And then he shared this chart indicating that he does think it's going to go up. And look, every analyst that I follow, and I follow them for a reason, they're more right than they are wrong. They do believe this final leg up is coming. And I'm convinced of that too. Just look historically what's happened. I see humans behaving about the same. I don't know exactly when it's going to happen. I never have. But that's why I just hold. I don't worry about timing markets, getting in and out of positions. That's silly nonsense. I don't know doing that crap. But it's going up. And XRP is going to follow. And it's going to melt faces. And everybody that's selling right now, outside of the examples I cited at the beginning of the video, I think that they're just going to have fun being poor. That's pretty much it. So anyway, I will go ahead and wrap up here. I am not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.